Well, hi there. This is Ron Rogers, and you probably saw the pre-flight inspection before the annual, post-annual maintenance test flight. So here we're going to go fly it here, and I've included some information at the end because I had an oil leak issue, and I'll talk about that at the end, and also some of the data off the engine analyzers. And I think if you got an airplane, you should have an engine analyzer because I've got 12 cylinders, 24 plugs, especially on this one. I even got it on my Great Lakes just with the 4 cylinders, but you got a problem and you can really easily spot it. And after every flight, I analyze the data, make sure there's nothing really strange going on. And after 23,000 hours, 54 years of flying, I learned something new. I always try to make sure that door handle on the door there is flush. And I noticed watching the video that I had forgotten to do that. And I'm taxiing out and I'm going, well, it's okay. It's not great. But I didn't realize that when I shut and lock the door internally that handle comes flush. That was some good engineer who designed that. But anyway, oh, and one other thing here: I mounted the camera there on the wingtip, as you can see, and you can hear the pumps there before the engines start, the fuel pumps in the tip tanks, or what Cessna calls the main tanks. You can hear those running, but anyway, the threads were a little gummed up, and I'm not sure how that happened. I didn't get it quite as tight as I would have liked, unfortunately. Okay, but I figured the video was just going to be sky, but it wasn't. It's not great, but it's decent enough, so I let it in there. Anyway, you can see this quick little maintenance test flight where, of course, you do the checks of the engines, the gear retraction, and I checked to make sure that all the avionics was working fine, although they didn't touch anything like that. But anyway, hey, come along, watch the flight, and see how everything goes. Thanks for watching.
All right. Good oil pressure in both engines. Let's hold it here a second. Let's get everything aligned up. All right. Oh, classic mistake. A little bit high on the RPM. Let's bring them down. Come on. We don't need that. Get them down around 1,000. Let's go. All right. Okay, we are aligned. And boy, is it hot. All right. Got everything aligned. Everything looks good. Let's start the taxi. Brake check's good. Away we go. Went through all the pre-flight. What you do, of course. Went through all that very carefully. And the only trouble back row is people park here. They don't have a hangar on the end where they can just park off the end. So, yeah, as long as they keep it fairly close, it's fine. I got plenty of room. But some people tend to park a little far out, and that's not good. And I've had to go down and say, hey, could you kindly move your truck? Okay. Anyway. We'll get out here. Everything's looking good. Everything's in the green. This is the one time when the Great Lakes is a bit cooler top right. But once I get going, I've got the air conditioning, so I'll be in good shape. Alrighty. All my databases are updated. That took a little bit. And everything seems good. All right, it's clear. Oh my gosh. I do a control check while I'm taxiing out. They would not have changed that so it rigs improperly, but it does move in the proper position. I flew an airplane where a guy later refurbished it and connected those up wrong and didn't survive his first takeoff, unfortunately. I know a few people have actually done that and have survived, but it's not many. You got to be a really good pilot to reverse your normal control inputs and not crash, especially solo to the ground. Not sure if I could do that. Oh well. Don't want to ever try, except maybe in a simulator. Alrighty. My suction always reads low, but I got the two little red dots in. It means the pumps are working, but ever since I had that...
Lake in the Hills report. VFR automated weather advisory. Wind 070 at 9er. Altimeter 3004.
Okay, 3004 is set. I hadn't gotten to that yet in my checklist, but that's good. And the nice thing about the way this works is when you set one, you set both on both sides. So that's kind of cool. Alright, my voltage is a little down here because my power is back, and but I'll get the power back up here very quickly. So, if anyone ever shorts the checklist, this is not the time to do it. Alright, let's get this guy closed. And that seal pressurized. One thing difference about this one and the Q model is that door seal really makes it quiet. Okay, we're going to do the engine run-up. Okay, 1700 RPM. And we're going to check the mags. Oh, that looks nice. Now the props. That's good. One cycle's good enough. It's not cold where I got to get the oil up there. So that's good. Okay, power coming back. Okay, fuel quantity is checked. And because of that lawsuit, they always have you check the selectors, and they are. Okay. Cowl flaps are full open. Tinker phaser is on. Everything is set. I've got my heading set. Okay, lights as required. Strobe is coming on. Okay, no warning lights. Everything is in the green. Auxiliary fuel pumps, they go to low in case I have a failure of the main fuel pump. I did the flight control check. No ice protection, seat belts and shoulder harness, door seals on, altimeter setting, and alright. 106 VYSE is that number in case anything goes wrong. Looks clear. I have not heard anything in quite some time. So, we should be ready to go. There we go. 650 always is a little slow getting updated. Lake Hills traffic, Lake Hills traffic, twin Cessna, November 213, Mike, departing runway 08, staying in the pattern. Okay, let's go see how this guy works. It's warm, so I'm probably only going to get 95% on the power. And I should have set up the iPhone camera to get the engine instruments. Forgot to do that. Oh, another guy coming out. My piece may be short-lived here. Well, we'll see. Get at least one in. Alright, lined up, heading checks. Looks good, power coming up. Away we go. Okay, 92 and 90. hesitation. There's 85 and rotate. Yeah, it's warm. Brakes. Brakes are good. Gear coming up. Okay, 106 climb out. There we go. All right, bring things back just a little bit to quiet it down. Yeah, got my powder and altitude set. That was a warning horn there. Lake Hills traffic, Great Lakes, November 727 Kilo Romeo, left downwind runway 08, Lake in the Hills.
Burlington traffic, Zenith is turning left base runway 1, Burlington.
And Lake in the Hills traffic, Wind 71 Quebec is 2,000 foot transitioning over the airport southbound, Lake in the Hills.
All right, everything looking good. Bring the power back. Let's get the first notch of flaps here. Okay, there's gear speed. Okay, Lake Hills traffic, Great Lakes, Twin Cessna, November 213, Mike is left base, runway 08, Lake in the Hills. All right. Got to get Great Lakes out of there.
Burlington traffic, Zenith is turning final, runway 1.
Let's bring her on down.
Lake in the Hills traffic, the Twin that's turning base for runway. Just as a heads up, your ADS speed is not putting out.
Okay, thanks. Just first flight after annual, so appreciate that.
You know, it just popped up now, so maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, well, must be the coverage or something. Lake Hills traffic, Great Lake, Twin Cessna, November 213, Mike, final runway 08, Lake Hills. Okay, gas undercarriage, mixture prop. You don't want distractions, and that's a distraction, so you got to make sure everything's good. Okay, we're coming down a little slow. Come on, get up back here, 95. It's hot. It's hot, so. Yeah. I'm out of practice flying this guy, I can tell. Okay, get your speed here, bring it in. Okay, we got everything 3 green. That's good. I'm a little fairly light, so this shouldn't be much of an issue. There we go. That's one. Everything forward power coming in. 71 miles. Knots. This guy's knots. Power coming in. 2 good engines. A little bit of a drift there. All right. There's rotation speed. Good. All right. Gear coming up.
Hills Archer 1 Sierra Mike departing runway 8 to the west, Lake Hills.
VYSE. All right, everything looking good. Props, of course, are a little out of sync there. All right, let's see if we can do this a little bit better. All right. Better enough. Lake Hills traffic, great. Twin Cessna, November 213, Mike. Left downwind runway 08, Lake in the Hills. I gotta get that out of that Great Lakes. All right. Okay. Not your first flaps. Always balloons when you do that. At least I appreciate the air conditioner. Okay, gear. Let's go. Okay, gear's down. 1, 2, 3 green. That looks good. Okay. Full flaps coming around. Lane Hills traffic. Twin Cessna, November 213, Mike. Left base, runway 08, Lake in the Hills. Okay, everything worked there. That's good. Airplane seems to be flying well. Except for me. A little rusty here. Okay, finals looking clear. Yeah, I'm not descending off the perch. That's not good. Let's get the power back. Let's bring her down. I mean, the pattern's wide, so that's not. Yeah, I see I'm halfway around base before I'm 300 feet out of pattern altitude. Yeah, it's not terribly bad, but let's try to fly a little more stable approach. That one got a little high, and yeah, wasn't as good. Okay. Got my airspeed got a little low last time. Bouncing around though, because of the turbulence. Okay, this is looking better. Get my 95, 98, okay. Looks good, okay. Gear and flaps, that's the main thing. Hold nice 95 on final. All right, that's good. All right, we can bring the power reduction in. Yeah, not too bad. Pull forward, here we go. Two good engines. Of course, on a twin, you'll notice right away because you'll have rudder issues. There's our rotation, brakes, gear up. Okay. All right. We'll get one more, then I'm going to go out to the area. Lake Hills traffic, Twin Cessna, November 213, Mike, left downwind, runway 08, Lake in the Hills. Okay. Okay, get the notch flaps down, get the balloon out of the way early. Yeah, the clouds aren't terribly high. They're good enough for what I want to do, though. Okay, gear. Can't just sit here fat, dumb, and happy. Let's get the gear down. 1, 2, 3. Looks good. Flaps coming off the perch. What we call the perch in the Air Force. Lake Hills traffic. Twin Cessna, November 213. Mike, left face, runway 08, Lake and Hills. Righty. Finals looking clear. Got a little descent going, good. Not too much. Yeah. Okay. Airspeed's good, a little high, 95, 96. All right. 93, let's get her back here. Nose coming down, come on. Lake Hills traffic, Twin Cessna, November 213, Mike, final runway 08, Lake in the Hills. Yep, about a 3/4 mile final, that's plenty. Anything else is a straight in. Okay, a little slow. Okay, there, come back. Alrighty. Alright, that seems to work. Power coming in. Airspeed, brakes, positive rate, gear up. And I am going to go up 2,500 feet for the approach. Light off traffic. USS November 213, Mike, departing to the west. Alrighty. Yeah, compared to the Great Lakes, these flight controls are super heavy. Doesn't have the roll response. Of course, that's, you got all that weight of the fuel out in the wings is what kills you on the roll response. Alrighty. Woo! We'll just assume the heater works. That's a joke. Did it?
Westbound traffic, Cessna 716, left downwind 06, westbound traffic.
Well, I can see the camera did get it tight enough. Huh, interesting. Well, it's got a nice view of the sky.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 716, fade for 06, westbound traffic.
Oh yeah, they do this simplified approach thing. Okay. Going out to Crystal, too bad about the camera.
And westbound traffic, got a King Air 12 to the southeast,
Ready to set up for runway 13 westbound.
All right, let's come on around here. Now, I should have looked at this the simplified approach before I took off, but I'm figuring out here. I got the details.
Westbound traffic, Experimental 19er Juliet Foxtrot, 10 miles west of the airport. We'll be setting up for downwind for 06.
Okay, let's go. Approach. It's going to figure out its intercept here.
Okay, westbound, King Air 300 now, 5 to the southeast, inbound on extended downwind 413.
Westbound traffic, 8 Sierra, Sierra is 5 to the north, inbound 6.
Okay, we're intercepting the approach outside of Crystal.
Roger, we'll be looking out for you. We're level at 3000 and the extended downwind for 13.
Copy that. We are.
Okay, let's get the flat ballooning out of the way early. Yeah, a little overshoot. Okay, alt glide slope. That means it's going to capture the glide slope and go down.
Monroe traffic, here saturated 2 Delta Juliet, right base for 02. Monroe.
Okay. There's the vertical deviation. I'll get the gear down. All right, we have alt glide slope. Okay, there's glide slope. Means we're going down. I'm going to leave it at 15 degrees of flaps. Okay. Time, turn, twist throttles, talk. Yeah, well, normally I talk, but this is, yep. Signal traffic, Twin Cessna November 213 Mike is on a 5-mile final. RNAV approach straight in, full stop.
3 mile final.
1300 is the MVA. Guard. Okay, we got gas, undercarriage, mixture, and props are set. Final traffic, Twin Cessna November 213 Mike 2 mile final, runway 08, full stop, leg in the open.
3735, you're on good.
Okay.
Radio check loud, clear on guard.
I'm going to start slowing down now, getting full flaps, approaching MDA. There's MDA. Not the way you do it in the airlines, but yeah, I'm a lot slower here. Okay, I'm going to take off the autopilot. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna go past Alpha 2. I didn't want a heavy brake. That was fairly slow, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Alright, how are our temps doing? Yeah, they're doing well. On the turbos.
All right, so here's the downloaded engine data off the JPI, and I've got the right engine here, and I can now expand this. I can look at the numerical values in case there's something that just doesn't look right, but there you can see the patterns on the left, and coming up, and you see the right there where the EGTs go up. That's because I pulled it back lean a peak. Now on the left engine here, on the far right, you see that one little red line is down there, and so I expanded. I looked at the numerical data, and that's EGT. I think I may have pulled it a little too far into lean. I pull it back 12.5 gallons a side, back to even 10, where it kind of runs smooth, and I may be a little too far in it. I was just pulling it back on the approach. And then here's the deal with the little bit of extra oil. These engines were factory remans, and they're clean. So had my mechanic look at it. He's going to look at it in more detail today, actually, and see what's going on there. He thinks when they change the oil, they may just had a little leakage there, and that's what the problem is. So anyway, he's going to look at that. But that was the only really issue I had with the flight at all. So a successful test flight. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.